In today's video, we're going to take a look at the divider module. So we're going to see how we can creatively use it and also how and when to apply it as we design our websites. Today's episode is made possible by divicake.com. Check out their huge selection of Divi themes, layouts, and plugins. The link to that is in the description below. Okay, so right now I'm in my dashboard of my WordPress website. So what I'm going to do is to add a brand new page. So I'm going to come over here to pages, click on add new. We're going to give this page a name. I'm just going to give it D for divider. And then I'm going to click on use the Divi builder. Now, when we use this divider, you can either use it on your own pre-made layouts, or you can also use it as you design your pages from scratch. So in this example, I'm just going to go ahead and choose a pre-made layout. Right, so the one I'm going to go with is, let me see what I can use here. So let's go with this one here, the Pottery Studio. So I'm going to select that. I'm going to click on use this layout. But as I mentioned, you can also use this on pages that you designed from scratch. Okay, so now that my layout is loaded, the next thing we're going to do is we're just going to come down here and see how we can use this divider. In fact, you can see here it's already added here on just below these titles. But we're going to add our own instances. Okay, so I'm going to click here on this plus button and I am going to search for my divider module. I'm going to select it. And right away, you can see here that it's added a line that's going across. So let's see how we can customize this. So first of all, there's two ways you can use this. You can use this to separate two modules or two rows, but you can also use it as a design element, as I mentioned. So what we can do here is we can leave this as it is to show the divider itself. And then over here, we can click on design and then we can add our colors. So let's say we make this this red. In fact, that looks really nice on this background. And then we can also come over here to styles. So we can change this from solid to dashed, dotted, double, groove, ridge, inset, and so on. So there are so many styles that you can use to onto this divider. So next over here is the sizing. Now this is very important because this is where you can get to adjust the size or the height of this divider and the width as well. So you can see here as I'm dragging this across, my divider is getting bigger and smaller as I'm scrolling down. Right, so now with that, you can also come over here to the height and increase the height. But normally I don't use that. It's the width that I play around with most of the time. So here is where you can adjust the width of this divider. And then after you've done that, you can center this. So now it's bang on in the center. Now this divider also has spacing options. So if I come over here, you can actually add padding to the top because right now you can see it's too close to that paragraph of text. So you can add your padding that way, or you can add margins. So both of these actually work, which is fantastic. Now over here, we also have the box shadow. So you can add a box shadow to this. So you can see here, my box shadow has been added. So these are extra design elements that you can actually add to your divider. So right now it's looking like this because my height that I've just added here is causing that to look that way. So I'm just going to come back over here and reduce my height. So right away you can see that now it looks a bit different. We can also add filters and animations. So over here on the filters, you can play around with the brightness. So you can make it brighter, you can reduce the brightness and so on. I'm just going to revert that. You can add sepia if you need to. And then here we can also add opacity, which is also great if you just want to use this option. And then we can also blur it if we need to, just like that. Right, so we also have the blending modes. But over here on the final tab is the animation. So you can actually animate this. So you can see here it's animating. You can flip it, fold. Okay, that's a zoom. So there's several ways you can play around with the animation here. Okay, so with that, I'm just going to save this for now. So next, I'm going to show you how to use this to add space between two modules. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to delete this and then I'm just going to duplicate this text. Or I can even add another one. Maybe this could be an image module. So let's search for our image. Right, so I'm just going to click here to choose my image, and the image I'm going to go with. All right, let's just go with this. I know this doesn't work with the layout that we have. In fact, you know what? Let's use this pottery. We don't want to make this design look bad. Right, so I'm going to click upload an image. So you can see here my image has been added. It looks really nice. And then over here on the top, in fact, let me just save this. And then over here, I'm just going to delete this paragraph of text. Right, so here's a scenario where you can use this divider. So right now, this image is way too close to my paragraph of text. So what I can actually do here is to click this plus button, add my divider module. I'm going to select it. And instead of having a line that is showing, this time let's go and click on no to show divider. And then next, I'm going to come over here to design, sizing, and then I can add the height of my divider, just like that, as a way to increase the space between these two modules. So that's one way we can do this. And of course, once you choose to use it that way, we don't have the color options because it is not visible. And in fact, over here, we can also add some spacing and this will work just fine. But as I mentioned, if we try to add the box shadow here, it does work. I'm sure you can see it right here in the background, but it doesn't look really nice, to be honest. So this is how you can actually use this as a way to separate two modules or two rows. So there you have it. Thank you all for watching. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up and don't forget to hit the subscribe and bell notification. By doing so, you'll be notified when I release new tutorials. Until next time, thanks for watching and I'll see you in the next video.